up, girl? What you want now?
All right. So today, let me tell my little spiel. Welcome everybody to Mama's Confidence. Today I have a special guest. We have Inez, who's here in the seat. He is the handyman, and she has been on Steve Harvey. She has a show on ULIVE, and let's see. Let's just ask her some questions and see what's up. Hey there. Thanks for joining us. All right. So Inez, what are you up to these days? Tell me how's mom life treating you?
Mom life is amazing. I couldn't imagine life without it. So I've got my handyman stuff going on. I'm filming my episodes. I'm doing the Steve Harvey show. I've got some other appearances that's coming up that I can't speak on yet because I won't know for sure until Monday.
Okay.
Just schlepping them daggone kids around.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So how did you get started as a handyman? How did this all come about?
Well, like what you want to know? You want to know like how did I become so handy, or how did this actual show come about?
No, how did you become so handy, and then how did you get the show from your handiness?
Right. So, my mom and my dad, and it's two sides of the story, you know. So my mom she didn't let me spend a night over at friend's house. We did crafts. She didn't trust that, people. That's funny. Did you see that thing on the screen? That's crazy. Anyway, she didn't.
So I'm sending you props. These are called props. Exactly.
She
I like that.
didn't let us spend a night over our friend's house, So we didn't stay at home because she didn't trust their rules. I couldn't hang out at the malls. I couldn't do anything. And I was cool with that because that was all I knew. Mm-hmm. So we would just be at home doing crafts. Every summer, we would paint the fence in the backyard and paint the outdoor furniture. And obviously, at the time, I hated it. But apparently, it stuck because as an adult, not only am I painting fences, I'm building fences,
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what you see on the handyman, wait. So that's the first side of the story, right? So the second side is watching my mom be frustrated with my dad, who never did the honeydew list, okay? And when he did do what was on the honeydew list, it never got done right. I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
I sure do. Mm-hmm.
So I guess seeing that and feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't ever want to feel like that. I need to know how to do all of this stuff myself so I don't have to ask my man, because let's just be real. We living in a new day, a new dawn, honey, and I'm feeling good. I don't know about you. But,
girl.
All right, bam. But I don't think that we should assume that men are handy, because some women who can't cook, there's some women who don't like to clean, but we assume that they should do those things. Come on, give me some. Because we're women, because of our gender, so I don't think it's fair. So I think that we are more empowered as women to just add another notch to our belt. Why not?
That's right.
Why not continue to grow ourselves in magnificentness that we're really and truly supposed to be.
All right.
Right? So I think that thing with my mom and my dad, that kind of made me feel like, all right, this is who I am, but not really knew that was who I am at the time until I got older.
Yeah.
So that is the beginning, girl. So now we're here.
Wow.
And I've spread the love, and I do so many handy jobs for my friends, for my family. Everybody's calling me Janell. So how do I do Janell? Should I do Janell? Is this gonna work? I'm that girl, and I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
So with that, my girlfriends will always say, Janell, you need your own show. And I was like, y'all, it's coming. So a few girlfriends sent me the same casting for this show. It didn't have the name yet, but they were looking for a multitasking mom who could do it all and had a great personality. And in a nutshell, girl, I emailed them and I was like, listen, I'm y'all's girl. Okay, so y'all not even see nobody else because I've arrived.
That's what you told them? Oh my goodness. You are so real.
So you have to, because it's a wrong way and it's a right way, and you see my personality. This is what you get all the time. It's not arrogant. It's not stuck up. It's just, I'm just
confident. Confident moms. That's what I'm talking about.
I met a lady in the store, and I was telling her something, and she said, "You know what? I like you. You have a sweet, no nonsense energy about yourself." And I was like, that perfectly describes
it.
Exactly. You know how to get it done.
Exactly.
You'll be sweet and not bossy and not be the B word, you know.
Exactly. Well, we shouldn't have to apologize for our confidence. And that's the reason why I came up with this show idea. And then when I seen you, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta. And I listened to your radio interview, and I was just like, oh, I gotta reach out. You know, if she says no, she says no. But that's a piece of the confidence as well. It's just reaching out. And even though you might get a no, still, you know, just taking that leap of faith and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna ask anyway. I'm like, she's like this big celebrity, you know, I don't care. I'm going to reach out and see, you know, because it was a yes. So, and now you're here.
Always be a yes. As long as I have time to reach out and bless somebody, that's what's most important to me. You know?
That's awesome. I love that.
So I go on this casting, and I'm in the lobby talking to this lady. She was there for the casting also. And this is the magical part about it.
Okay.
We're talking about handyman stuff. We're talking about our kids. We got a little personal with our kids and her situation, my situation. Like we knew each other.
Yeah.
But I like to think that I had that effect on people. You know, that's one of my things.
You do. You really
Everybody is my girlfriend. It don't matter if I met you 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. You my girl. It's all the Lord's children, you know?
Right.
So she goes in, she auditions before me, and she's done. You don't see anybody leave. You just see people go in. So they call me in, and the guy said, I just want to say one thing. The lady that just left here, before she left, she said, the girl that's coming in after me is amazing.
Wow.
She's perfect for this job, and you guys are going to love her. He was like, who does that?
Exactly.
And I'm like, wait, who does that? Like, she's up for the same job that I'm up for. And she was totally, I've affected her in such a way. Look, it gives me, I got chills. Can you see the chill bumps on my arm? Look,
yes, I can.
You see them?
You know what? You so brown skinned. Actually, I can.
I keep trying to tell people I'm brown skinned. They be trying to say I'm yellow. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm caramel.
You sure are. You are. You caramel just enough for me to see those goosebumps. But that is amazing.
There's a little cream in my coffee. What's up?
Okay.
So to make a long story
short, too much.
I booked that job. And it was perfect for me because that's what I do. Now, what happened is, because you hear me talk about building things and working with tools and everything, but that's not what you see on the handyman. Because what happened was, when we started writing episodes, they realized that I can't demo a closet and redo it in 2 hours by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can demo it in 10 minutes, but I can't demo it, patch the holes, sand it, prime it, paint it, and build my shelves in 2 hours. And that's all I get per episode, filming wise. You know, I don't have a crew, it's just me. So they had to kind of revamp it. So it turned into these life hacks, which I absolutely love, you know, because I get to sample these things and bring to the viewers that these work. Because online, when you see them, it's just written, you know? So I get to bring them to life. I get to say, hey, I tried this for you. This one's a go. Like, I would love to do some that didn't work and say, like, that one's not working. Or, you know, find some and have to tweak them so that they work better kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's how we came to that. And here I am. So now I'm branching out, and eventually by January, that's my goal. I want to do it before then, but my deadline is January. You're going to start seeing some episodes, some tutorials from the real handyman. That's going to be the side where I'm using my tool, where I'm showing women that, you know what, you don't have to wait for your man to do these little odd jobs around the house. You don't have to call an electrician to come in and change, upgrade your outlets or your light switch or hang a ceiling fan. I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to do it yourself and keep the peace in your home. Because you know, when he don't do that list, you know you be holding out on him.
Okay.
Okay, you want the cookies. You want to give them the cookies, so I'm gonna help you make that happen.
Okay, for real. Well, sometimes I don't feel like giving the cookies, but
Right.
got to do it anyway, right?
No,
So yeah, anyhow,
gotta wait it out. Wait it out, girl.
no, you know what? You gotta. Sometimes I think that you do have to oblige your husband. Not to say you shouldn't, do it when you don't want to or you don't feel like it, but sometimes you do. You just need to oblige because once you're in it, and you're
Right.
good. So anyway, so yeah, okay. What's my next question here? All right, so that's how you got started with the handyman.
Yes.
That's how you're going to where are you going to have the tutorials and how to
on my YouTube page.
On the YouTube page. Okay, and go ahead and tell us what your YouTube page is going to be. Is it just at Inez or Janell Inez?
I don't even know. I think it's Janell Inez.
Okay. So do you have a specific title you're gonna have for it, or is it just
The Real Handyman? Yes, it's all
the Real Handyman
things. It's
okay.
The Real Handyman.
Okay, awesome. All right, so they can find you at The Real Handyman on YouTube, and we get to get all those good little mom hacks. So you're the originator of the mom hacks, right? You're originator, or even just the hacks, period, life hacks.
Listen, I don't know if I'm the originator. Because it's so funny that you asked me that, because a girlfriend asked me that the other day, and I said, you know what? I don't know where it originated from. All I know is that when I was filming, they kept saying, Janell, you need to start saying life hacks. Like, that's the term that people are calling these things, So I definitely would not say that I am the originator, but I will say, well, I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it for 3 years. I'd have to go online and see some of these people that are doing life hacks, how long they've actually been doing them. But I think that I am definitely the first that has been recognized on a national level to be doing them the way I do them. So, and don't nobody feel like the handyman, all right?
Okay, right? They sure don't. They sure don't. Okay, well, I was just looking at some other things, and they were saying life hack this, and mom hack that, and I was just like, I hadn't noticed before anyone saying that. So just thought I'd address that really quick.
It has blown up.
It has. It's massive right now. Yeah, mom has.
Because when we first started the show, we were trying to make it a network show.
Okay.
And they weren't interested. But there's a show on now on True TV, and it's called Hack My Life.
Yeah.
They done stole my idea, girl. They stole it.
And that, you know what? And the Hollywood space, there's my friend. That happens so much, right? You put out something, and then all of a sudden somebody else is doing the same exact thing you were doing. And it's kind of like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I have a long story about how, like, my sister, I started a nonprofit, and then she kind of took off with it and kind of made her own nonprofit from what I was doing. We were supposed to do it together, and hers took off, and it was kind of like she kind of left me behind. And I was like, well, dang, we're supposed to be helping other moms together, and you're not even helping your sister. We're stepsisters still, So anyway. So people do that all the time. They take your idea and they just run with it. I'm okay with that. Like I said, as long as you kind of give me some credit, just say I got this idea from this person, or it originated from here. Just give some props back to the person.
I mean, it's just respect, but it's all good because I believe that it doesn't matter what happens in your life or what doesn't happen. What does or doesn't is exactly what is supposed to happen, and it's going to happen exactly because I can't take what's yours. I don't have that kind of power. You can't get what's mine. You can't get what's for me. It's as simple as that. So if you get it, that means it was meant for you, and I have to receive it that way in order to move on in a positive direction, so that I know that the Lord is going to continue to bless me, and that my stuff is on its way,
Exactly. That's what happened. So that's what happened. My dad told me that. I was like upset, and I was like, why did she do that? I can't believe it. I was so hurt by it. And I swear it was like, I would get anxiety anytime I seen like her pop-ups on Facebook or something, and she was doing something. I was like, so hurt. But yeah, he told me that, and it took me a while to accept that. And then I accepted it, and it was just like, I felt so much better.
Are you guys still friends?
No.
Mm.
And we're
You or because of her?
Because of her. I reached out. I healed from it. And actually, so it's funny. She took off with it. She started selling t-shirts. She started doing like all this different stuff. And I'm like, oh man, she's like doing all this awesome stuff. She's like getting an interview by internet TV people and all this other stuff. And I was just like upset. I was like, man, she's taking off. Her, she started, Facebook likes is a big thing, right? Yeah. And especially if you like doing, if I had a blog. So if you're a blogger, you got to have Facebook likes. You got to have influence, right. Pretty much. You got to have followers. You got to have a community. And she was getting she had like 700. I remember she had 700 Facebook likes and I had 20. And I was just like, I started this. This was my thing. I know. I'm like, what? So anyhow, week or two later, I don't know, but I started getting news interviews. I started getting like all this press, news interviews and stuff. So anyhow, it worked out. She got her 700. She's still at 700 or so, but I blessed her. I told her, yeah. And now I'm interviewing Janell Inez, the handyman from Steve Harvey. Exactly. And I'm still helping moms. I've gone out and spoken to the Department of Health here in Sacramento. I've, met the mayor, took pictures with the mayor, all that good stuff. I was on Sway in the morning. I don't know. Have you know Sway?
Oh, that's the MTV guy, right? No.
Yeah, remember Sway back in the day? Sway back in the day he was radio. Yeah.
Listen, but hold up. The only reason why I know who he is and his name is on an episode of Empire last week.
Oh, really? Wait a minute. Did you start watching Empire? Did you start watching Empire? Did you start watching Empire?
No, my husband and I, we watch it.
You watch it?
We record it, and so we don't watch it on time. So if we get a chance to watch it, we'll watch it. But we'll be like, now sit down and watch Empire,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's ghetto. But
yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's entertaining.
Makina, would you mind posting this on Facebook as well for me, if you could, my sister? Makina is my girl. She's in the chat. You can chat too, and you can join a seat if you want. If you want to jump in the seat, I'm probably saying your name wrong, and I'm sorry, sister, if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm so bad with saying people's name wrong. I swear, I just give people a title. So, yeah. Anyway, I give her a little title. So she's handyman. It's the handyman, but she already had that title, so I don't have to give her one. How can you jump in the seat? You should be able to. The seat should be open. Let me see. Let me unlock it.
I see some of them.
Yeah. So the bottom portion here, if you click on either join, what did it say for you, Inez? Did it say join or did it say?
It's something about
call in. There we go. Yes, call in.
Call in.
Yeah, so I think they've changed it because it used to say join. So I think they've upgraded.
Mm-hmm. And at the bottom it says an open seat.
Yeah, so click on join in, and you should be able to get in and talk to us.
They were like, I know that's by Makina. You better get that hair right.
Okay, right. You see me? I keep fixing mine. I keep fixing my braids. I'm trying to do a whole swoop thing, but it keeps falling down. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna have to be the twisted sister today. Okay, keep it real, for real. But join in, just be yourself, be authentic. So anyway, okay, that's our interview. Kind of had a little sidebar there, So anyhow, next question: How do you balance, work life as well as home life? How do you keep an even flow?
It's really about accepting that this is our life. And knowing that every day I am going to give my best. So if my best is my least, and I know that, then I'm going to be okay, regardless. So even if someone else thinks that I may have fallen short, or even if I may think that when I look at my list of all the things I got to get done, that I still had some things that didn't get done, I don't concentrate on that. I concentrate on what I did get accomplished because I gave it my all. So I think it's just about embracing what you have what you're up against, so that you're not living in denial in this fantasy land of feeling like you need to get everything accomplished. Because really you don't. Life isn't really about that. It's really about embracing your situation. Exactly. and moving on with it. So I don't get flustered by this, that, or whatever, you know.
Good for you.
I do what I do, and I do my best. You know, traffic sometimes in LA can be a headache. So, you know, I get really bad time anxiety. I don't like at all. Like it is.
Okay, so I'll tell you guys a little story about how before we got on here. So we're trying to figure out how to get on Blab, and Janelle is just like, "Oh my gosh, we only got 20 seconds. Hold on. Oh, we made it. Yes." And then I couldn't get in. So, and I was just like, you know what? It's totally okay. Yeah. And she got quiet. I was like, uh-oh, she's mad. She got quiet. And you could just hear her like, I was like, okay, just hold on a second. Let me try to figure this out. Hold on. I got to start a whole new link.
Yes, girl. I was going through it. I was like, we got to be on time.
Exactly.
We can't have the folks waiting.
And I was totally just like, you know what? It'll come when it comes. I'm totally all about that meditation life right about now. I'm totally like, what will be, will be. You know? So, yeah, like I said, I used to be that whole anxiety, like, oh my gosh. I'm like, nope, not no more. Nope. Exactly. I'm living in the moment, and I live by my laughter, prayer, and action. That's what I live by. You know, I laugh, I pray about the situation, and then I take action. And if it's a little slower than it needs to be, it'll happen in its due time. I got to go through the process.
Yeah.
So anyhow, okay, so that's the life and balance question. Have you had any haters? Have you experienced haters, either family or friends, on your journey?
I mean, if I have, I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't.
Have you had any naysayers? Anybody that told you couldn't do it, or
I don't know anybody? I mean,
stop?
Do I look like somebody would say that to me?
Well, you look like you might be like, shut up to somebody that says to you, like, sit down.
I don't get that. I really don't. I don't get that. And I think it's because of how I present myself. I think that it's because of my energy. Like, I've had people say, wow, you're not what I expected. You know, because they get the light skin, the freckles, and the curly hair confused with a person who's real, who's relatable, and who's funny.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
When they experience it, they're like, wow, you are pretty awesome. And I think that that's what makes me special in my field. Because there's a certain look in in what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't possess that, you know?
Exactly.
So I don't really get that. I mean, there may be some people who are hating. And listen, haters, bring it. Haters are necessary.
That's right. They motivate you.
I don't live a charm life. We don't live a charm life. And why would we? Haters are the reason things happen. Haters are the reason for motivation. Haters are the reason that you keep moving and pushing forward. Because you're going to do it regardless. But when the haters show up, you be like,
Exactly.
and rewind it back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right?
Nice.
Right? All right. Hey, caller here. Hi. How are you? Hi.
How are you? I'm fine.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, what questions do you have? Do you have a
I'm
question
from Morocco. Huh?
Oh, from Morocco.
Yes. And you?
Awesome. Yes, we are in the United States.
I'm in Los Angeles.
Good. Welcome to Morocco.
All right.
Yes. Welcome to Morocco. I love it.
Okay. Yeah, so what questions do you have for the handyman? Do you have any questions or more of a comment? Or?
Huh?
Do you have a question or a comment? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay. Oh, I can barely hear you. Okay. Okay, I can barely hear him, so he's gonna have to give a call back then.
He gone.
But that's pretty cool.
Listen,
that's pretty cool.
You know that's tripping me out, right? So
I know. I see you go.
Found out about us.
They can go through they can go through the Blab sessions, and they can look at all the live sessions, and they can just join in to any live session that's happening. So this is all around the world. They can join into our show and and ask questions.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I locked the seat for now because I have a couple of other questions I want to ask you before we open the seat back up.
Okay.
But that was pretty cool. Morocco.
I thought so, girl. I would love to go to Morocco.
I know. He should have took us outside. Maybe I'll ask him. He's still on here. Hey, so if you're still on there, Morocco friend, go ahead and walk outside so we can see the area you live in. That would be awesome if we could show a little bit of where you live. Okay, so next question here is, what do you have? You said what you have coming up next, but where do you see yourself going as a mom? Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you the mom questions first. What's one of the ways that your kids have either embarrassed you to death or made you proud within the last, I don't know, couple of months?
Oh,
what's one of the things that they've done or something they've said?
Well, my kids are funny, all of them, and they are funny on a whole nother level. I mean, the last time I was embarrassed by any of my kids, really only one, was he's now 10. When he was maybe like, I don't know, maybe 12 months, 16 months, he threw a tantrum. And it was the first tantrum that I had ever experienced as a parent, because my first son didn't do that. And I really didn't know how to react. He was shaking, he was taking the sugar container at the restaurant and was just pouring it out on the table. And
my goodness.
And so when we took it from him, he went ballistic. And we were so embarrassed. My husband and I looked at each other and was like, what do we do?
What do we do?
Because you can't beat them because they've been called family services.
You don't want nobody to call the cops. You're like, oh my goodness.
And it was the first time in my life as a parent that I was just stuck. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I didn't want it to be escalated. I was already embarrassed,
Exactly.
So girl, we gave him that sugar bag and kept it pushing.
You know what? I find that sometimes that's just the best way to solve it. Just give them whatever it is they need and just, go on with your life.
Because it's a time and a place. If we were at home, it would have been different. It would have been a teachable moment for everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Listen, we're trying to eat. We're trying not to disturb the other people sitting around us.
People that are,
we already the only black couple in the restaurant. We can't go like, so.
Exactly.
We're just trying to not get kicked out.
Exactly, right? So it's like give him the sugar, get whatever he needs so he can just be quiet so we can finish our meal. Okay?
Exactly.
Okay? All right.
So that was an embarrassing moment. So my kids make me proud every day. They're so amazing. My 12-year-old, my 13-year-old, he is a saint. They're just responsible, honorable, loving kids,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything in particular. When they walk, this is the first year that they get to walk home from the bus stop because they moved it closer to our house.
Oh, nice.
I know, right? I don't even have to leave the house to go get them anymore.
One
less thing on my list.
Okay, one for the mom.
Yeah. So, he's supposed to, call me when he gets off the bus. And that he's walking home, or if I'm not home, or either way, he's supposed to call me when he gets off the bus. And then when he gets home, if I'm not here, he's supposed to call me. And it's a first time thing. It's a new adventure for them, And so you can only hope as a parent that they're smart and that they look both ways before they cross the intersection, and that they do things that you ask them to do. We're hard on our kids and our expectations are so high. They're so unrealistic, because we think we don't know how to think like a kid because we're adults.
Exactly.
Sometimes we fall short in remembering that, we're expecting them to think the way that we think as adults when they're kids.
Exactly.
Hey, Miss Vanessa. Hair, right?
Yeah, I had to. I've been sick for a couple of days, and this is all I could do with it right now.
Girl. Don't even worry about it. So Vanessa, are you a mom?
I am a mom of 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
Nice.
Awesome.
How old are
Okay.
10 and 7.
Mm,
And
nice.
I actually have the same thing with you. My kids' bus stop is literally a stone's throw away from my house. So this is the first time this year where my kids can get off the bus and run home, and I don't have to get them.
Okay, one for the moms.
That like gives you a whole extra hour to get something else done.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't have to set my alarm to go, oh shoot, I got to go get them now. It doesn't matter anymore. Now I can actually get stuff done and not have to plan for when they arrive, because they can do that now.
Yeah,
exactly. Now, how do you guys feel? Let me ask you. We're moms in the technology age, right? So how do you guys feel about allowing your kids to get on social media, utilize text messaging, all that good stuff, just the use of technology as a mom, period?
Well, we don't do it at all. My 13-year-old, obviously, he's a teenager and he wants to do it. And he wants a phone. He doesn't have a phone. All of his friends have phones. And I'm like, listen, the bottom line is this. You aren't anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere where there is not an adult, where if there's an emergency, you can use their phone. That's number one. But number two is, convenient as technology has become, it is also a crutch, and it is also a disservice to us teaching our kids how to communicate. Because tone and body language is everything. And if you learn that by experiencing it. So if you're always texting, there's no human contact. There's no substance in who you really are in terms of with someone else. So my son, if he got honors in all of his grades this year, then he would get a phone. No, you're not. You can get a phone when you're 16 or 17, where you can be out and about where there isn't an adult. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it's just not going to happen. And until you prove to me that you have the ability to communicate with your peers and with adults, and he does. And I'm just being hard on him. Take my rules. Sometimes we just enforce rules.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're parenting.
Absolutely.
But
I thought I was alone on this. I really thought I was alone on that.
You are not.
The last thing is, listen, he's 13. He's handsome. The girls are checking for him now. And as a woman, I do not want to have a text phone relationship. I need to call me and be like, baby, how you doing today? How was it? I need to say, can I see you? Or I need to hear you say you looked beautiful today. I don't want to read, oh, he said I look beautiful. And I don't want to be broken up over the text or the computer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Vanessa, what's your input?
My kids are too young right now to have access to the internet. However, my son likes to play Minecraft, and I'm okay with that. But he doesn't have the online version where he can, meet up with his friends and stuff. Because the way I see it is, if you want to play with your friends, get your ass outside.
That's right.
And play.
That's right.
I mean, they're only young for a short amount of time, so enjoy the fact that you're a kid and you have no responsibilities. Get out there and play. My daughter had gotten an iPad for Christmas, and I monitor everything on there. It actually got to the point where she was on YouTube watching videos that were appropriate, but she wasn't telling me about it, and I got rid of YouTube from it. And when she asked me why I did that, because I'm, they're kid friendly, they're this, they're that. I said, yeah, but you didn't ask me for that.
That's right.
So that was lost. She lost it for about a couple of weeks now, and we're gonna see where it goes on. Do I give it back to her or not? Right now, I'm still kind of thinking no, because I think at 7 she's too young to be on YouTube anyway. But the cell phone thing, you know what? I didn't get a cell phone until I was able to pay for it. Now I know that's going to be unrealistic because when I purchased my first one, I was 18 and I was in college, and I had to have something as an access for my parents. So I think for myself, when my kids maybe start driving, they're going to get a phone, but they're going to get the old school flip phone where you can't text. And if you text, it takes forever. So, and I want them to have, like you said, Janelle, the communication factor. I want my son to be that old school gentleman who calls you up, who invites you out, who takes you out, and doesn't, and to communicate with people, because that is actually something that is lost on the generation that I'm raising right now.
It is. It sure is.
And then with to piggyback off of the communication thing, is, you know, when you're texting, you are using shortcuts for words.
Oh,
so
that's
right.
So that to make it less time, less space. I don't know, but it doesn't help you in your writing skills either.
That's right.
Because now you're using broken words, you're not using complete sentences. Because you're so used to texting more so than you are writing. And we don't allow our kids to be on electronic devices at all during the week. They can only be on the electronics on Friday and Saturday, and Sunday is the holy day.
Yeah, that's me.
We're not on it at all. So they got 2 days to be able to be on it.
We have technology-free Sundays.
Yep.
It's technology-free. There's no technology. That's hard for me.
Yeah. We end up giving them about 30 minutes during the because we live in Canada, and once the snow hits, you've got bored kids, and that's more of a issue for us parents than it is the children. So we've actually done where they have to earn the 30 minutes. They get a little stub, 30-minute electronic, whatever it is that you want to do, but you have to earn it. So if you want to, you know, do the dishes for me, I'll give you 30 minutes. If you want to, or if you want something, if you want to have that time, you have to earn it. So you can fold your laundry, you can do this, you can do that, you can earn them, and that's fine. But they only get 30 minutes. And we usually gear that towards winter.
Hi. What's your name?
It's gonna pour it in it.
He has poor audio.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, dude. Gotta kick you. Sorry about that. I want to keep the conversation going. Hey. She's joining. All right. So. Yeah, let's keep our mom conversation flowing.
But I totally agree with that. And I think that's a great idea, because not only, so now they're learning about earning. It's like a job.
Exactly.
You want to do something, you want something, you got to have something to pay for. You just, it's the whole earning and teach your responsibility. And that is what life is about. And if we don't teach that to these kids now, because a lot of parents depend on the school to do that.
Oh, no, I can't do that. No, there are too many kids in the classroom. They're going to get lost in the cracks. That's my job.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, some kids can handle that, but you have to know who your kid is.
Exactly.
Know that my kid is one-on-one. My other kid, he's cool. He can handle that himself. This kid right here is a combination of both. And then this other kid, Lord, no, I don't know. Jesus, help him. You know?
But on top of them earning that, they also have a chance of losing it as well. So if they talk back to me, they lose it. If they misbehave in some way, they lose it. So they learn that behavior will get consequences, especially if I'm not happy with it. And I'm glad that I jumped into this conversation, because I really thought I was alone here, because I have a bunch of moms that I hang out, and they all, you know, sit in the corner and talk to each other, and talk to the child and that's great for you if you can do that. But I just find that the parent and the child aren't really learning anything from that. The kid's listening, not really paying attention, and they're doing the same crap over and over again, and there is no different change in the child.
There's no accountability.
No, there isn't. And I want my kids to be accountable. A couple of weeks ago, my kids had jumped the neighbor's fence with a bunch. There were like 15 kids jumping the neighbor's fence. And my kids came home, and I noticed that one of their jackets had been ripped. And I said, what happened? Well, we jumped the fence. Well, I had seen on Facebook, because we have a community Facebook page, that a bunch of kids had jumped my fence and blah, blah, blah. So when they had told me what had happened, I went, oh, no. You are now going to go over there. They had broken all the kids had broken the fence. I told them they had to go over there. They had to apologize. And they needed to let him know. So they had a letter, and they apologized. And they said, if there's anything that I can do to help out, because we broke them. And they ended up sweeping his, or raking his leaves.
I love it.
And the neighbor even turned around to me and said, "You're the only one out of 15 kids whose parent came over to have them apologize." And he said, "Well, I'm not apologizing because it wasn't what I did. My kids need to apologize for their actions. Now, I will apologize because I'm the parent involved here, but I'm not going to apologize for my kids. They need to learn consequences." And they did.
Exactly.
They ended up raking the leaves, and they never did it again. And now they actually turn around and hesitate. When the kids are doing something, they're like, am I going to get in trouble for this or not? Because my mom will have my ass.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what you have to do. Our kids need to be held accountable for everything they do and everything they don't do, because otherwise they take advantage of not other people. Forget about other people. They're taking advantage of themselves. They're themselves. And behavior is learned.
Yeah.
You know, so if we let us, I don't let anything slide.
No.
Like people would say I'm a mad woman. Like, you don't let your kids get away with anything. No.
The world won't.
Why?
Exactly.
The world's not good.
Right.
So why should I let it start?
Exactly.
Different with me in my house. Now, obviously, tact and approach is everything. You know, as a mother of numerous kids, that you cannot, under any circumstances, parent all of your kids the exact same way.
Oh no.
That's right.
They're all so different. Their spirits are so different. They're moved and touched and affected by different things.
Exactly.
And I got a funny story to tell, because you know, when you only have one kid, right? You just do what you know.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
And you're like, okay, I'm good at this, right? You had that second kid, and you do what you know. It worked the first time.
Exactly.
And then you realize it's not working. My child, my son, he was difficult. Let's just be real. He was difficult. And I was like, Lord, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Like, Miles, like, I need to go through this. And so I was unknowingly, I was forcing him into a box to interpret and understand and react how I thought that he should, because of the experience that I had with someone who has nothing to do with him, right?
Yeah.
So exactly. One day I had it. I was like, we were in the kitchen. We call the kitchen the holy ground. I had to lay him out on that floor like he was Jesus on the cross. And I was standing over top of him, and I started praying. And I wasn't praying for him, girl. I was praying for me.
Praying for yourself.
Really, I was the one that needed help, because he was just who he was brought here to be, right?
Yeah.
I'm just praying, and he was looking up at me like, "Oh Lord, my Lord." Right? So I'm praying. And my prayers were answered. It was crystal clear what I needed to do. And that was what I had just told you guys, that I had to parent him for who he was, not who I wanted him to be.
Exactly.
Our duties to find out who our kids are, so that, because they're not, we're not here for them. They are here for us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we already think we know who we are. They're brought into our lives to show us another side of who we are, to add who we are. Noah, Miles is a direct order kid. You can say, Miles, I need you not to do that, and he will never do it again as long as he lives. God bless him. Noah is a repeat offender, honey. Okay, he does the same thing over and over and over, and I couldn't reach him. So what I learned in that moment was that he is a communicator. I need to say, Noah. If I said, Noah, don't do that, honey, he would do it just because I said don't do it. But I learned I had to make him accountable. I had to say, Noah, in 5 minutes, it's time to go to bed. I need you to turn the TV off, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, say your prayers, and go to bed. He'd be like, okay. I said, so what do you need to do in 5 minutes? I'd make him accountable by having him repeat himself.
Yeah, that's right.
He hears himself say what he's feeling, what he's supposed to do. He's more connected to it than he is if he just were to listen to it.
That's right.
I did not have a problem out of him since. Like, I had mastered parenting on a whole nother level. I was like, right? Let me put another little notch in my belt, okay? Because I done conquered this one.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
It's so true, because kids are so different. I mean, my oldest is very, you know, I can tell him not to do something and it'll take 1 or 2 goes and then he finally knows. My daughter is so defiant. She is me to a T. Like, I was that kid who, you know, don't do it, and I'm looking at that person going, I'm going to do it anyway.
Anyway,
you're going to tell me I'm going to do it. And I'm, you know, she's only 7, so I've been still kind of parenting the way I parent her, the way I did my son. So now I'm trying to find the alternative and have yet to find that. So I have not gone my, you know, the next level in the parenting situation, but we are getting there. And I know that eventually it'll happen, but.
Exactly. It's all about accepting the individual, right? Because they may have come from the same 2 people, but they all have their own individual personality.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think their DNA is made up of so many generations. Like, he's probably an uncle of on the grandfather's side. I don't know what you get when you get these kids. You got to get straight up.
No. That's right. Laughter, prayer, and action. That's our formula for parenting, I tell you. Laughter, prayer, and action. So, okay, so we have, I'm sorry, Fidelia. I'm saying your name incorrectly, I'm sure. Fidelia Don. Yeah. She is an author, and she's joined us. Are you still there, hon? Can you hear me? Okay, hey.
I can hear you.
How are you?
All right.
All right.
I'm good. How's everyone?
Like a psychedelic lady. Are you doing that on purpose? Yeah, you're coming in like green, purple. Are you guys seeing that too?
No, I have her picture.
You just see her picture?
No.
Yeah, for some reason.
I see green and purples.
Yeah, me too. I see green and purple. Try to refresh your screen.
I was going to ask you how you did that, because that would be fun.
I know, right? I was going to say the same thing. I was like, oh, cool. They have like
that'd be good for like a Friday night wine blab.
I know, right? How long have you been on Blab, Vanessa?
I want to say 3 or 4 weeks now.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I went to the live Blab up in San Francisco and met the person, the CEO of Blab. He was pretty cool. I was actually surprised. I was like the only Black person there, but it was pretty cool. Janell, this is her first Blab, so
it is. It's exciting. Let me tell y'all, the man is watching. Because if I can see y'all, I'm telling you.
It's not getting much better. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Green, but it's okay, girl. We can see you.
That's okay. No worries. We're just gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving. Janell, how much time do I have with you? How much longer do I have with you, Janell?
I got about maybe 15 more minutes. I gotta be out of the house by 11:30. Okay. But wait, I gotta run to the ladies' room, y'all. So y'all hold on. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about your book. All right. So Fidelia is an author, and this is, what number book is this for you?
This is my 4th book. This is
her 4th book, and you do romance novels, correct?
I do.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your book. Your book. You're in the San Diego area, and give me the name. You know what? I'm just gonna let you give me the whole beans. Spill them out, girl. Let's go.
Okay. So I started writing in 2010 is when I published my first book, and that book is Serenity of Passion, and it begins the series with 3 couples and just how they battle love and life with building a relationship with Christ, and they're in different stages of their relationships. And then it's followed up with What Love Feels Like, which is some same characters in that book, and that one is about 2 couples who one's in an abusive relationship, the other one is in an adulterous relationship, and those marriages wind up breaking up, and then the 2 innocents in the whole thing find their way to each other, and they finally discover what love and marriage and all that is really supposed to be like. Then What the Heart Wants came out last year, and it's about 2 that have been burned by love and life experiences and are doing everything they can to stay away from relationships, but have that constant pull toward each other, and finally decide to give in to what their heart wants. And then this final book is about the April, promiscuous, set in her ways, doesn't want a long-standing relationship, but winds up experiencing something that puts her in a hospital, and doing her battle with that, she finds her way to Christ and finds her way to love, and winds up working out for her in the end.
All right. Now, how did you start writing? How did this all come about?
Well, I've always been a writer. Started in high school, and I didn't really want to pursue a career in it because I used to live my life under the precept of, if I didn't try at something I really loved, then I couldn't fail at it. I didn't want to be one of those ones out there trying and then failing. But, I didn't want to live with those type of regrets. I wanted to say I actually put my best foot forward, and it is what it is. If I succeed, I succeed. If not, I tried. And so
that's right.
That's what I'm doing now.
Awesome. Well, you are definitely a mama of confidence, because you took the step to get on here and do the blab. And you know what? I was looking over at your Facebook page as well. Can you go ahead and put your link to your book at the bottom? Are you able to type that in and let us know where we can find your book? And you just did a book signing as well, right?
I did. At the Space Bar Cafe here in San Diego. I just like to, with that first release, I like to celebrate. So I have artists and a comedian come out, and we just had a really good time singing and laughing. So it was real good.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Now you're close to where Janell Inez is. Janell, can you put in your link as well down at the bottom, so we can so our replay viewers can know where to find you if they're watching the replay.
What link am I putting in? My web,
where you want to send people. If they want to find out more about you, where do you want them to go?
I'm right there.
Janell's like, what? If you just Google Steve Harvey, the handyman.
Y'all need to put my name in, girl. I pops up first, the handyman.
Yeah. She was over the moon about that. I was like, that's right, because you are. So
for how do you say your name? Fidelia.
Fidelia. So, Fidelia Dawn.
I am a mom.
Yes.
I have 2 boys, 14 and 15 years old. Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to know. Because I would imagine that being a mom and being able to write a book at the same time,
it's hard.
Some serious multitasking, girl.
Okay, for real.
It is.
I'm sure. So if you had any advice, because I'm sure can you imagine how many moms are out there?
Moms are out there trying to write a book. Exactly. As a matter of fact, let me pull up Periscope so I can put you guys on there.
Okay. What tips would you have to give moms that want to write a book?
I think every mom wants their child to pursue their passion, and what better way than to lead by example? Your kids are watching you. They want to be inspired by you. I mean, there's so many other things out there influencing them. Why not be that influence to them? And so I would say you have to pencil it in like it's your part-time job. Whatever it is that you want to do, schedule time and stick to it. Most of the time I do it first thing in the morning before anybody gets up. You just have to make time for you, and your kids are going to appreciate it.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Something you know about your kids mirroring what you do. I did an interview yesterday, and I was telling the guy, because it's my handyman segments, my kids are a part of it,
exactly.
Experience that is for my kids to have, not just to be on TV, not just to see their mom on TV, but to be a part of the experience and watch their mom really make things happen. And see
and go for her dreams.
One way to skin a cat. Some of our kids think that, you can only do this way, but no, there's a million ways to get it done, and you just have to discover it. You just have to have the will to want to find out, is there another way to do this? I don't think that way is right, because it's just like what we were saying, Vanessa, about the kids being different.
Exactly.
Situation, and every kid is going to approach that situation differently. And none of them are wrong. So it's a blessing for me, for my kids to see what I do. Around the house and being handy, especially my baby girl, who's growing up in definitely a different world than what we are in now. Knowing that, I can do these things that men are supposed to do without demasculating, if that's a word, my man.
Yeah.
That's right.
My husband taught me how to change my tire. Because I wasn't driving at that point, but because my husband's military and he's always gone, he said, you need to learn. So he taught me that. And that was great because now I can teach my daughter to do the same thing without feeling like she needs to have a man, all the time for things like that.
It's tricky though, because you have some women who feel like, well, I don't need no man. I ain't that woman. I need my man for a bunch of things. Saying.
Okay. How do you feel, Fidelia? You need your man too, right? We all need.
I most certainly do.
But we need them also to understand that how we are evolving as
exactly.
And sometimes they're not always going to be there for something, so you got to know how to do it. As much as I would love to have my husband here at all times for whatever it is that's broken, but sometimes he can't. And I'm not going to let my basement flood because he's not home. I got to learn to do that myself.
Right.
So we all have to take that responsibility. But if my husband's home, usually I'm like, please do that because I have no idea.
Right. Well, I think just to talk to the point of Janell, we're our kids' first teacher. They're watching every single thing we do, whether it's positive or negative. They are watching everything we do. So if we can instill something in them, if we can instill that one thing in them for them to see us go out for our dreams, see us go out for our aspirations, that's the reason why I started this show. I started Mama's Confidence for that reason, because I wanted other mothers to see other moms do, whatever it is they're specializing in, from actress, from book writer, from Vanessa, what do you do?
I'm a blogger.
Oh, awesome. I'm a blogger too. Yeah. From blogging, whatever it is that you want to do, you need to get out there and you need to do it. Like I said, laughter, prayer, and action. You laugh, you have fun, you be silly, but you also pray about it, or you meditate if you don't, if you don't believe in God or what have you, meditate on it, what have you, and you take action. And because your kids are watching. And if you're sitting there and you're depressed and you're in this comatose state and you're isolating yourself from everyone else, guess what? They're going to follow in your footsteps.
Yep.
So make sure you get out there, take action. So anyway, I just want to put that in there.
And then to add to that is, you always hear brainwash as a negative connotation, right? Like whenever you hear brainwash, so the kids were brainwashed to do this, like in cults and stuff like that. Life is nothing but being brainwashed. Brainwashed is being taught to do something a certain way, to believe
something
a certain reason. And I'm sorry, but I am responsible for brainwashing my children to be upstanding, honest, confident
individuals,
positive, God-fearing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. So we've all been brainwashed, but it's how you're going to use that tool
to make the world better.
Absolutely.
To make the world better. How are you going to teach this individual to go out there to contribute to their community as well as be an upstanding individual and human and help others? Because we're ultimately all here just to serve each one another, help one another, and serve one another.
So, and if we don't do it, someone's going to do it. It's going to be something out there that's going to influence them and motivate them and teach them. If you don't do it, somebody will step in your place and do it for you.
Yeah,
that's right. You aren't parenting. You aren't doing your job as a parent.
Yeah, and to that point, Fidelia, it kind of coincides with what you were saying, Jessica, about depression. Because as of right now, I've been going through a really hard time, and I've battled depression with having both my children with postpartum, and I wasn't diagnosed with depression until after my second child, and I did what I had to do, and talking to therapists and doing whatever, but because I was doing so well, I stopped doing that, and now I'm going back into that slump. And I noticed that my kids started feeling that way too. They didn't want to go out as much. They didn't know why they were sad. They weren't sad. They were just emulating what I was doing at home.
You're projecting out. Exactly.
And then when I started to notice that. Yeah, and when I started noticing that, I knew I had to go back to talking to somebody and getting out and going out again and exercising again. And even though I did not want to do it, I would rather be hiding under my bed right now. But I'm doing this because I need to make sure that my kids know that
they want to see their mom happy.
And that goes back to what I was saying about our kids are put here for us to
us. Exactly.
Because had they not been there, you may not have come to that conclusion. You wouldn't be on this call right now.
Exactly.
Corner depressed. So thank God for those kids.
Yeah. And I actually thank you for this blab because I mean, yeah, I don't have any makeup on, I don't have any whatever, but I figure I have to jump in or I'm not going to do it again for a long time.
4 of my kids. I went through postpartum depression with 4 of my kids. So I'm an advocate for postpartum depression. That's why I started my nonprofit. That's why I'm doing this, because I want moms that are inside of the house that are just like feeling alone and feeling isolated and just like I can't do it. Or even just to the point to I'm stuck as a mom, you know? Just to get out and see other moms doing it and saying, you know what, you can do this. You can feel better. You can go for your dreams and you can make it. You just gotta do, like I said.
And it's okay, but it's not easy.
No,
exactly. And validate you. Validate you. Your feelings are validated. It's okay for you to say, you know what, this sucks. Because it does sometimes.
Like I was saying earlier, this, you know, when Janelle was saying how, you know, the things that she does as a parent, I honestly thought I was alone. I thought that I you know, the old school parenting or whatever was pretty much gone by the wayside. I don't call it old school parenting. I call it responsible parenting.
Exactly.
You know, it's parenting where you
so Janelle, I know you got to go, Janelle. So, and now it's 11:16. Thank you so much for doing this interview.
Oh, you're welcome, guys.
We definitely got to do this again. So I'll connect with you. All right. You put your follow Janelle on Twitter. She's at I'm gonna spell it at JANEII. It's LL. Sorry, JANELLINEZ. That's what happens when I don't have my glasses on. My glasses got broken. All right.
And I mostly do Instagram because it's the easiest. You know, you can do the little short videos and stuff. So, but I'm on everything. So it was a pleasure interacting with you ladies.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
And love those babies. And I want y'all to fix something this weekend. All right? Fix something.
She's gonna fix it.
I need help with my glasses.
Oh, girl, all you need is some
super glue.
Gorilla Glue, girl.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Gorilla Glue.
I look like Miss Magoo with I can only see out of one eye. Okay. All right. Bye, Janelle.
All right,
thank you so much,
guys.
Mama. All right. Bye. So we have an open seat left, and we're gonna go ahead and finish up the interview with Fidelia. Say your name again for me. I'm sorry.
Fidelia.
I'm butchering it. Fidelia. I'm butchering it. I don't want to keep butchering it. All right. Let's see if we can.
I'm actually going to step out though because I have.
Okay, no problem.
More minutes.
Have a good one. Thank you so much, Vanessa.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll follow you too. Bye. All right. So let's keep this interview rolling. All right. So you said 3 books on Amazon, correct?
4.
4 books on Amazon.
Yes.
So this will be number 5 for you?
No, this one counts.
Oh, this will be number 4. Okay. So you have 3 on Amazon right now. Number 4 is on its way up to Amazon, right? Is it released as of yet, or?
It has released. Yes.
It is released. Oh, okay, awesome. Hi. Yes, you're here. How are you?
You can see me now.
Yeah. Can you see her?
Okay. Yeah, it looks like I got a light coming from under me.
Yeah, I do see an extra light there somewhere. All right. So,
all
right. So Janelle kind of hit it off there. She kind of asked you how you handle writing a book as well as mothering at the same time. And I kind of want to dive a little bit into that a little bit more. I want to ask you a little bit more about how you manage all of those. How do you balance mom life with being an author, a successful author, and
being
a mom and a wife, right?
Right, yes. Wife for going on 17 years. So it's just some serious multitasking. Combining activities. I'm sitting out at a football game. I have my phone out and I'm typing in between. I sacrifice a little sleep. You just have to make time. I mean, I didn't want my kids to have to fight in between, you know, with my attention, you know, between my writing and being there for them. So I most definitely put them first in all their activities, in school and all that. So the writing has to be extra, you know. I also work a full-time job too, so you know, on my lunch breaks and things like that, you know, I'm writing and just trying to give it my all. So it does take a lot of multitasking and time management. You know, I don't have a lot of time to waste.
That's awesome. So you're also you're working a corporate 9 to 5 as well as an author as well. All of those different titles you're multitasking with. You are awesome. You're amazing. You go girl. You go, mom. You're awesome. You're wonderful. All right. So tell me a little bit how did you come up with these characters? How did you come up with the characters that you have in your book? What are the names? Let me start there. What are the names of the characters?
Well, in this new book, the main characters are Richard and April, and they are, you know, spin-offs from the other books. They were, you know, minor roles in the other book. And the personalities, they pretty much bits and pieces come from people I know. You know, a lot of the leading men in the book are different aspects of my own husband's character, you know. So I use him a lot as far as, you know, because he's a great guy and a great husband. So I, you know, try to pull from him as much as I can. I watch people a lot. So, you know, somebody I met in the store, you know, I watch their interactions with other people and, you know, they'll be in a book. So I just pull from life.
Okay, well, I'm staying away from you. Look, I'm going to get off this blabber right now because this mom of 6 that talks really loud in Starbucks. I'm in Starbucks, by the way. Because I was trying to make it over to my office, and I had to take my daughter to Kaiser because she was sick. So I was like, okay, well, impromptu blab in Starbucks. So people are probably like, she is so loud. I'm like, I don't care. It's a public place. I'm gonna talk loud if I want to. So anyway, so yeah, all right. So the characters there are, you said April, and what was the other? I'm sorry, Michael,
Richard.
right? Richard. Why did I put? Oh my gosh! Why did I just read Michael? Anyhow, okay, so Richard and April, are they married? Are they, what's going on with them?
They are single. Richard is a pastor, and he's watched all his friends get married and have kids, and, you know, good-looking single pastor, of course, can have any woman in the church he wants, but he doesn't want just any one, and he's been having this dream about this woman that's just, like, haunting him, and, you know, he's praying to the Lord and getting no response. And so April, she's all about the money. She wants to be looking man with the pockets to line her pockets, you know. And Richard's not that. He's not that at all. And so when they meet, it's a bit of a struggle, but it all plays out in a nice, funny, entertaining way. So
nice. Okay. So this is a romance novel / comedy or
comedy.
Well, there's a little comedy in it. There's inspiration in it. So I tried to put everything in there, you know, and I've had some good response.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so how do you two meet? Tell me the story about how you two met. How did you two hook up? You and McKenna.
Me and McKenna? McKenna, we go to the same church.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met at church, and I heard about her marketing skills and her putting on the comedy shows and everything. And so I reached out to her to see if, you know, what she could help me with. And it was a slow start in the beginning because of me dragging my feet. You know, but once I, you know, once I, you know, gave in and was like, okay, this is what I really want to do. I'm going to be serious about it. She put her touch on my writing career, and things are really starting to take off. So, you know, you can do it without her.
Oh, good for you. Oh, well, I'll tell you.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear you? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is all new to me. I've never been on Blab before, so I'm like feeling weird. And then my camera looked like I'm like got some light coming from it.
At least you're not green.
You know what? That is, I know, right? I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know.
You know, all I can tell you made me think about Kermit the Frog. Did he have some song on Sesame Street about being green? You
know what? We're gonna turn that to a positive. The reason why you're green is because money is coming your way.
Right.
That's why you're green.
Claim it. We claim it.
Okay, we are green with promotion and marketing and strategy. Okay, and green with getting that paper.
All right.
That's right.
All right. So Makina is she's amazing. She really is. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to ask you here. All right. So go ahead. You put your link down there at the bottom there and how everyone can reach you as well. So you just had the book signing, and I heard you guys had some poets and you had an open mic and all that good stuff. Was it an open mic? I'm sorry, it might be throwing that in there.
No, it wasn't an open mic, but we had the saxophonist and vocalist Jason Brown perform.
Gotcha.
Comedian Big Wood was there, and we had a good time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Packed
So
house, not a CMC.
do you plan on changing around, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Do you plan on taking your book and making a screenplay or doing any playwriting or anything like that?
The Lord has recently opened some opportunities for me to dabble in playwriting or screenwriting. Trying to get a little bit more experience, but it is something that I do want to do in the near future is, convert them over or possibly just start a whole new line. So I have some ideas that I'm not ready to spill yet, but it is coming in the near future.
Okay, awesome. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, I have to ask all of my guests, is there a time, a moment, it could be recent or non-recent, that your children have embarrassed you or said something funny in your life?
Oh my, yes, there is. I think the most embarrassing one that stands out, there is a lady at one of our old churches who was in a wheelchair, and she had to have one of her legs amputated. And she's in the wheelchair now in this long flowing skirt. And my kids had to be like 5 at the time, 5 and 6. And in the church, in front of everybody, they're up under her wheelchair screaming, "Mommy, where's her leg? Mom, where's her leg?"
Oh,
and I'm
my God.
dead in the middle of the aisle. I'm trying to grab them from under the chair. And the lady, she's a really good woman in the church, mother of the church. So she didn't mind, and she, explained everything that went on, But I just almost died, just because they can say and do whatever, and they just have no filter at all.
If kids have no filter, absolutely none. I know. My kids always out me. So whenever I see someone at the store or something, and they're like, "Hey, Jessica," I'm like, "Hey, girl," and I don't remember where I know them from. They're like, "Who was that?" I'm like, "Shit." I'm like, "Y'all want some cereal? Do you want trying to get them to shut up because I can't remember who they are."
Yeah.
That happens to me all the time. I had to ask my friend who's like the etiquette lady. Like I said, "How do you handle that?" She told me to pay attention. Because sometimes their name will come up. Somebody will say it. Or, I say, "Hey, lady," or "What's up, brother?" Because you have so many people in your life, and then they come to you like, "Hey, girl."
Yeah.
And I'm
your
like,
husband did this and that. And I'm like, and I'm trying to go,
right over my head. I'm like, I don't, and I'm like,
Lord. Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta go home and look at my Facebook account and go, okay, hopefully if somebody sends me a message, that's who it is, and then I'll make sure I remember their name the next time I go to Walmart.
Or what you can do, take a selfie picture with them and tag them.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You know what? And look them up right there and go, okay, what's your handle again? Oh, hey, it's you, girl. Oh, no. Yeah, then it sparks some memory. And but yeah, so anyhow, my kids always ask me on that.
The price to be a superstar. That's the price you pay to be a superstar.
Yeah, right. Superstar mom, right? I've been on my local news channel twice.
All right, girl.
Yay.
All right.
So I'm sorry. That's a superstar. That's all I got. No, I was being sarcastic. That's all I got. I'm trying to be up there with Janell. Janell, Little Miss being on Steve Harvey and all that good stuff, getting roles and stuff. I'm trying to do that. So anyhow. So yeah, kids are interesting. So how do you deal with technology age with your children? What are some of the tips and something you can offer up to any mom out there that's dealing with technology and children. Do you allow your kids to have cell phones, iPads,
I do.
all that good stuff? Okay.
They're teenagers, so it's kind of impossible not to allow them because
yeah, that's true.
Even in school, a lot of them have to go online to get their homework and things like that. So they have to have some type of access to the internet. But I check the cookies, I check the cell phones, text messages. I tell them, I'm paying for that cell phone. You don't expect privacy. And if I go through there and I find something that's inappropriate, we're going to sit down and have a conversation about it. I go through the apps, I research them, and if I don't like the app, you need to delete it. And some of these apps like Kik and Snapchat and things like that, they have security features in it to where when they log out, their content is deleted, so you can't go back in there and check it. Well, if I can't check it, you don't need to have the app. I'm sorry, you stay logged in so I can see what you've been talking to or talking about and who you've been talking to. And some people say it's a bit extreme, but there's a lot going on out there, and I have to do my part.
Yeah.
And if they get involved in something, it won't be because I was slacking off.
Oh, I think Jessica looked like she lost her seat. I'm sure she come back soon.
Yeah.
They take technology.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah. Right.
And Blab is pretty new too, so.
Yeah, Blab is in beta. Yeah. Blab is in beta still. So I don't know if they're out of beta. Maybe they are. I don't know. But I was trying to send a message over to Coach Michelle. She put something in the chat there. Yeah, we've tried to fix Fidelia's screen, and it just wasn't working. So we just said we're just going to roll with the punches, girl.
Yes,
so feel free to jump in. Hi.
Right.
We had a new joiner. I'm sorry, I'm on my iPad and I can't see your name. So either of you ladies, if you want to jump in and grab a seat, please feel free to do so. Other than that, we'll just keep on blabbing. Oh no, it's not just you, Coach Michelle. it's our screen. I don't know what's going on with it, but we just say we just gonna roll with the punches, girl. You know how we do it. You know how moms do it. It's mom love. We just gonna keep on going. Hi, is it Giselle? Giselle, feel free to grab a seat.
Oh, hey, Giselle.
Yeah, jump in and grab a seat. You press on. What is it? What did you press on? Call in, because they changed the wording. It used to be grab a seat or something, but they changed the wording. So anyway, feel free to jump in and grab a seat if you like. We're just talking about parenting, and we're talking about Fidelia's new book. Go ahead and give them a spiel on your new book.
Yes, All I Ever Wanted. It's available on Amazon or through my website, and it's about a pastor who's been looking for love, seeing all his friends get married and have children, and he wants that for himself, but doesn't want just any woman. And the woman he sends him is a spitfire who's not trying to settle down, but she goes through some traumatic experience, and he's there to help her through it, and she winds up finding love in Christ at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I already asked you if you were going to be trying to do a screenplay from the book, because it sounds awesome, and I'd love to see you play it on it. But another question I wanted to ask you too. You talked a little bit about how you balance, and you said basically you just do it. You just get out there, you do it, and you make sure you take the time and essence. What do you do to take care of yourself? What are some things that you do to, when you get stressed out and you're overwhelmed with being a wife, author, mom, working full-time job, all that good stuff? What do you do to take care of yourself?
Well, we're always the last. We're always on the back burner of everything we have to do.
We always put ourselves last.
Yeah, but lucky for me, my writing is my break, my peace. I just escape from everything, and I close my eyes and I let my imagination flow. So it's really relaxing and cathartic for me to write. Yeah. Other than that, I have a sister, my only sibling, and we'll go out, get our hair, nails done. Our nails and our feet done, and things like that. So just the little things, nothing extravagant, just making sure I do something for me every now and then.
Oh, good. Awesome. Yeah. What I try to do, and Makina, I'm going to ask you as well, what I try to do is every night I take at least 10 minutes to read my Bible before I go to sleep. And I'm also reading Priscilla Shriver's, I have it with me, it's around here somewhere, Gideon. And it's a great inspirational book. But anyway, I take that moment to just pray, because told you guys I live by the 3: laughter, prayer, and action. So I always laugh. I'm always silly. I'm always goofy. You know, try to have I implement some type of laughter in my life every single day, because if I didn't, I would probably just fall out and just give up. I'm a mom of 6, so I probably just go, oh, I'm over it. I just want to lay out. Anyway, I implement laughter and prayer and take action, you know. So anyhow, I always take at least 10 to 15 minutes every night to just devote that time to myself. So whether it's prayer, whether it's reading my Bible, whether it's taking in something funny, or even if it's self-development books, you know, I take that time out for myself to make sure, you know, and I take a shower. The two are combined. I take a warm shower, and, you know, the kids are sleeping, all gone by that time. And then I sit down and I just devote that time strictly to myself. So I have that ritual every single night. What's something that you do, Makina, that you do? Hi, you guys. Oh, we have some guys in here. Do we have any dads in here that want to jump in possibly and talk about it?
Any dads? Well, basically, one of the things I've been make sure I'm consistent with is like before my feet hits the floor, you know, if I come out of the bed, I'm literally taking the time to thank God for, you know, the simple things in life. Thank God for that I'm in my right mind, that, you know, I could see, that I could breathe, you know, God's blessed me with a new day, you know, and basically bless my body from my head to my toes. Thanking God. Yeah, definitely. And so, and I remember, so I don't know if you guys ever, you know, follow like Anthony Robbins. He's like this big motivational speaker. Oh yeah. But I remember listening to one of his CDs years ago when I was going through a lot of stress with my oldest son. He was going through his teenage blues, and he was saying how it's very important for you to thank God all the time for what you have before you wake up, because what happens a lot of times, worry will enter our minds first. Because we think about, oh, I got to get up and get the kids ready, you know, or I got to, you know, get ready for work, or I got to rush and put my clothes on. And we don't stop and like, whoa, we're up again. Don't take that for granted. You made it another day. And so that's something I try to do all the time. And then I definitely say my Psalms, you know, read Psalms 23. I read my protection prayers. I believe we got to keep ourselves covered down as much as we can because of the times we live in. And like you saying, Jessica, I believe in laughter. I mean, I feel like we live in a party all the time. That's what we got to do, you know, because my husband and I have a busy life, and we still got elementary kids too. And so I really try to put people in my life that are just like us, that love to have fun, who are very, aggressive about having a great life, who's successful in their thinking, not just what they do, but how they think about the world. Yeah. You know, and also
and Giselle says she does meditation. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Meditation is very important. Yeah, you got to have that quiet time. You got to have that quiet time. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I had to grab my pen. My pen fell. So, yeah, definitely having that time to meditate and deep breathing. I do deep breathing exercises as well at night and in the morning, too. But gratitude is such an important thing. I heard Steve Harvey say that if you don't take a moment to just be thankful for what you got, then how can you expect God to bless you with anything else? How do you expect it? You know, if you're not already grateful, then He's not going to give you something else not to be grateful for. You know, so you have to just take that moment out and just say, you know what, I'm grateful. My car might suck. My car might be a putt-putt, but it's what I got, and I'm grateful for it. You know, so yeah, just taking that moment out to just tell Him, you know what, thank you for the blessings that You've put upon me, because I'm so deserving of them.
Yes.
And I think as African-American women, especially, and men as well, you know, not to discount you guys, but I can only speak from a woman's point of view because I have boobs. So anyway, from a woman's point of view, we so often, we don't value ourselves. We don't think we have any worth. And, you know, I see that all the time when I go speak at juvenile hall. These girls really don't believe that they amount to anything. They really truthfully believe the lie that they've been told, that they're not worthy. And I'm like, no.
We are worthy.
If you're a human, if you're breathing, oh, cool. Yeah, type in your website so we can follow your workshop. You definitely need to jump in here then and tell us about your workshop. You're worthy. If you're a human being, all human beings are worthy. So that's why I attack this from a mom's point of view. And I don't want to say attack, but I'm trying to take over the world one live stream at a time. I really truthfully am. That is my world domination. and world domination in a positive manner. If we can just reach every mom out there to tell every mom that you are worthy, you are appreciated, you are, you know, a great person, and that it's okay for you to feel down at times, but you can feel better, then we can then transcend. And if we can get them to laugh, of course, and be happy, then their kids are going to be happy, and then their kids are going to go out into the world, and their kids will be able to stop bullying, number one, and then they'll be able to, you know, retain the information. They'll be able to be happier, and we'll have a happy world because they'll grow up and they'll be happy adults, and then we'll keep it going generation after generation after generation. Generational health, wealth, and happiness. That's what it is. I like that. Bottom line. If we could do that, if we can instill it in our mothers to get this instilled in our children, guess what? We can stop racism because they'll learn from the beginning that we are all human and that we are all the same. There is no such thing as racism. This is something that society and the world has put upon us. I'm not meaning to go off on another course here because we're talking about moms and we're talking about Fidelia's book. So let me get off my soapbox here. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take over the world one live stream at a time and help our moms to just get out there and do whatever it is that they want to do. Whatever goal you have, whatever aspiration, you can do it. Get out there and do it. Woo! So, yeah, I hope you guys all feel like, everybody can take a run.
Rally for the mamas.
Yeah, right. George. Who runs the world? Moms. Who runs the world? Moms. Who runs this? No. Okay. Anyway, that was my little break. So I told you guys I was silly. So anyway, back to our interview. You have your book on Amazon. How did you get started on putting your books on Amazon? What got you there? Stepintoyourtruth.com. Thank you, Coach Michelle. Stepintoyourtruth.com. You guys check out her website. And I'll hit you up. We need to interview you too. I'm all about promote. That's what I am. I'm a social collaboration strategist. That's what I do. That's what I call myself. That's what I do. I collaborate with everyone else so that we can get you out there so that we can in turn, you know, just bring another view, because you might know somebody I don't know. And I know, of course, I know people you don't know. We all just need to collaborate so we can have a happier world. So anyway, how did you get started on Amazon? Back to my question.
Well, I opened my own publishing company called Dawn to Dawn Publishing. And
you have a publishing company too? Wow.
Yes,
I talking about that.
I publish my own books as well as others. Awesome. It's pretty simple. You know, the traditional publishing industry can be brutal and very hard to break into. And sites like Create Space make publishing a reality for those who want to keep more of the creative voice of their work. And so I go through there, and they make it real simple for you to get your items on Amazon and get it in Kindle format and all that. So it's not difficult at all.
Awesome. All right. So what are some tips that you have for some of our authors out there? Anyone who may be writing a book or thinking of writing a book, what are some tips you have?
I think the first thing to keep at the front of your mind is don't let it be about the money. You just have to do it for the love of writing or to get your message out there. It can't be about the money because the money won't come right away. I mean, for some people, it doesn't come. If you're not, you know, one of the top writers out there, the money's not going to come. So you have to do it for the love of it, and you have to be willing to put the time and the effort, the blood, sweat, and tears. If people aren't buying your book, you have to be willing to go out there. I mean, I have people that I think should have every single one of my books. Family members that call me, you know, ask to borrow money and things like that, will not buy my book. But, you know, you got to realize that not everybody's a reader. Not everybody's a reader. Not everybody has the money to buy the book. So take the support that you do get, and don't take things personal when the people you think should support you don't. Because at the end of the day, it's about you and it's for you. So just keep at it.
I love that, Fidelia. That's well said.
I love that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, Makina, you do events and promotions and things to that effect. What are some tips you can offer for anyone that's looking to either get their book exposed or get it out there or just have a launch party for the book? What are some tips you can offer?
Coming from an event planner perspective, I think it's important to do a book signing just like Fidelia did. People like to meet the author. They like the idea of seeing that you're a real person and understanding why you created this book in the first place. And then, you know, definitely, you know, they end up buying it because they feel a little bit more emotionally attached to your message. But also, too, there's other ways of how to get yourself out there because of social media. You could create a fan page, you know, get people to like your page. Just like Fidelia did, she was able to get herself on Amazon.com. So that's another way to get your book out there because that's a major corporation. Definitely, you got to build up your followers on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. You got to meet people. And a lot of people that we have out on our Facebook and social media, a lot of people said, you know, you guys know so many people. How do you guys know so many people? I said, we have put on a lot of events. I mean, just for our comedy shows alone, I've put over 50 comedy shows in 10 years. I do, and that's just not my events. I have other events I work on throughout the year. And so I could probably work on maybe 25 events in 1 year, you know, because I have different strategic partnerships with people they're doing different services for. So I tell people you have to keep yourself visible. You have to do wherever you can, whether you go to community events like once a month or twice a month. I think was really helpful for me and Fidelia is like how we met because we are Christian sisters who are really into our church family. We have been able to do business together. So I think when you find a spiritual, you know, foundation too, that helps you to get what you need with your business. To me, I tell people God is my CEO. I mean, I tell you first of all, everything that's happened in my life because God guided me to it. But the technical part of it, you have to have your things to do. You do every day, and you try to meet as many people you can. I always I like flyers too. You know, so me and my husband have passed out flyers at the grocery store. We hear somebody talking. You know, I'm talking about regards in comedy show. Somebody say, "Oh, I love comedy." Out of nowhere, they'll say they love comedy. Having this conversation. So me and my husband look at each other and say, "Okay, give that person a flyer." So we network everywhere. I mean, we could be at the grocery store, we could be at our kids' PTA meeting, we could be at my husband's fitness classes. So we always got business cards and flyers on us. So we always do business, you know. So, but there's a few tips that you can do to get your name out there, but you definitely have to be willing to put the work in, you know, and also be a lifelong learner. Be willing to learn whatever you got to learn to help market your product and services because I'm always reading things all the time to keep up with, you know, my industry.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's great tips.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I totally believe that. Like I said, collaboration is everything because it's all about
collaboration. That's a serious key right there. Because I have like probably about 10 strategic partnerships, and we're constantly cross promoting each other all the time. So exactly. Very important. We just said
exactly because if they know something you don't know, and like I said, they have people that you don't have contact with that they can refer you to, all that good stuff. So it's the key. It's the key. Getting in that circle. All right. So we talked about a little bit of self-care. Did you tell me your self-care? You told me your self-care, Makina, right?
My who?
What you do for self-care? What you do for self-care?
Oh, girl, I did something yesterday for self-care. Did you see my picture on Facebook?
No, I didn't. What did you do?
I had a spa day for Makina.
Oh my goodness.
And I was the only one invited.
Okay.
Yeah,
those are so important.
I got a massage done. I got the jacuzzi. I did the sauna. I got this thing called a cheek machine where it realigns your spine. I got paraffin wax cleanse, and you got to do that kind of stuff. So I'm really making sure I do for myself more because I work a lot. And so we just did.
Moms, we do. Right?
Fidelia just did her book signing last Saturday. You know, so she was like one of the major events I had to do in the last, say, 2 months of all this other stuff I had going on. And I finally got to do some me time.
That's right. It's so important.
Yeah.
Because we're like batteries, right? I call humans computers. We all are. We're all little computers. And it depends, you know, if you want to download the file that God has for you, because we all have that indivisible, indivisible file. Invisible file. We all have it. And in order to download it, you have to be open to it. Well, you can't be open if you're stressed out and you're all like, and you're all tight and everything. You can't open it. You can't download it. So if you're wondering why you're not receiving success and why you're not successful and why this isn't working out, why that wasn't working out, usually it's because you need to take a moment to step back, breathe, meditate, do whatever it is, do you, and so you can download the gifts that God has for you. So that's so awesome that you did that. That is wonderful. I'm so jealous.
You gotta take care of yourself.
Oh, I don't like McKenna because she went to a spa day.
That's what my kids do when somebody hate on them. They go, They give that
She went to a spa day. I'm all mad. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's awesome. It is. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that I schedule it in. I'm actually going to schedule it in because I have some clients now. I'm getting my, and I'm doing my interviews and stuff more regularly. I'm gonna make sure I'm consistent because that's my thing. I'm bad at being consistent. Just to get on it. So make sure I'm staying consistent. Make sure I'm doing what I need to do to get this up and popping off the ground. So, all right. So I think we are at the end of our time here. Does anyone else have any questions or want to jump in, ask anything before we end it? Give everybody a moment. Is there anything else you two want to add? Anyone? Either one of you want to add anything else before we close down our blab session?
No, I just want to encourage everybody to.
You guys talk at the same time.
I said, what you guys say, Fidelia? That's what I said.
Well, as a romance writer, I just want to inspire people to trust love again, and so I also for married couples. Our organization is called Make Time for Love, and we're trying to get it started. So just make time for love, whatever relationship it is. I usually deal with married couples, but if it's your parents, your siblings, your kids, make time for that love. Put it into the schedule, and because time is winding up, people are leaving this earth early. Just make time for those you love.
Yeah, awesome.
I love that.
So wonderful. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, individual relationships, definitely. I know sometimes we don't look at our kids as a relationship, but it definitely is. It's definitely you have to cultivate it and check in and do everything you would do in any other relationship, which is very tiring. But it has to be done. Giving them each individual time. All right, so that wraps up our session of Mama's Confidence. Both of you two, we had some great mamas on today. We had some real Mamas of Confidence today. Hey, thank you for joining us. We're just wrapping up, but if you want to jump in the seat, we have about 9 minutes or so. If you want to jump in the seat and let me see, what's your name? Anita Lee. Anita, if you want to jump in the seat and ask any questions of our Arthur here, or our what do you do? Promotional marketing.
Call me the PR lady. PR lady.
That's right. PR lady. Hi, Anita. So if you want to jump in, we have about 9 more minutes. I was going to end it just a little bit early, but if you want to jump in a seat, feel free to do so. I know everybody's like, that's the thing about this platform, right? It's like, oh, I got to do my hair. I got to put some makeup on. I got to, I'll make sure I look presentable, before you jump on here. But we are totally accepting and we are non-judgmental. So it looks like I put Justin, but I meant jump in. I meant just jump in. But anyhow, that didn't come out right. Anita, so if you want to jump in a seat, I would love to see you. I love seeing people face to face so we could talk and dialogue and blab, girl, so we can blab.
Okay.
I like to blab. I like to talk about whatever is on my mind. So if you want to jump in and take a seat, please do so. You just got on this, then you definitely need to jump in then. This will be your first blab you'll be featured in. You definitely need to jump in. So you click on, no, you don't. I'm sure you don't. Anita, I'm sure you don't look no more crazy than I look right now, girl. And I'm in Starbucks. So people are looking at me like, what the heck is she talking about?
Are you talking Starbucks, Jessica?
I am in Starbucks. Hey,
I just dropped
when
my
I tell
pen.
you, I told you I dropped my pen. When I tell you laughter, prayer, and action, I am not playing. I mean, you go into action, you do what needs to be done.
Okay,
you get it done. You go into Starbucks and you use their internet for free, and you do what you're supposed to do. You let nothing step in the way of your God-given. No, you take action. I'm ready. I want action takers. Action takers and world dominators. Action taker and world dominators for positive motherhood. Right. And we're gonna take care of these babies, and we're gonna get this world happy. We're gonna get this world. We're gonna stop all this killing and nonsense and all this racism and stuff. We're gonna stop all that. We're gonna get this world right. So anyway,
I hear that.
That was it with it.
That's right, girl.
Anyhow, that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm an action taker, and that's what I point myself as: action taker, world dominator. I'm gonna keep saying it until I do it. Till I do it. One live stream at a time. One live stream at a time. I'm going to take over the world. I don't know why that went country. I don't know. Maybe that kind of went old Negro spiritual a little bit. I'm not sure. But maybe I should, you know what? One live stream at a time and take over the world. Like this is Jessica on the mic, and I'm your girl. You need to live stream. You want to interview? Call me up. That's what I do.
You are a comedian, right, Jessica? I saw on your Facebook page. You said you're a comedian too.
I am a comedian. Well, I point myself out. I haven't actually done it anyway. And I rap with my kids all the time. You know what? I found that the best way for you to overcome anxiety, stress, depression, all that good stuff is for you to get creative. It's for you to use your creative outlet. So if you rap, if you do poetry, if you are a blogger, or whatever it is, you have to get out there and use that creative outlet because it'll pull you out of it. It'll pull you out of the dumps. It'll pull you out of your mind because you're utilizing your neurons. Your neurons are firing when you do that type of stuff. So, it's funny. I told some doctors because I'm on the mental health or maternal mental health collaboration of California. I'm on the board there, and I told some doctors that, and they were like, "No, it doesn't. No, there's no research." I said, "You don't have to research it. I'm proof." So anyway, So what? So Anita, do you want to come in or? We have another. Hey, guy, what's your name? Let me see who you are. Cass, come on in and join us in the blab, dude. We have about 2 more minutes, but you can come in and say hello before we enter. I've been depressed. I needed to hear that. Good for you. Good. You know what? Blab will help you lift right on out of that because you're going to find a lot of people on here that are just at home and they're just utilizing this. And that's exactly what you need. You need to just find whatever your creative outlet, not just a regular old job. I mean, your creative outlet. So whether that be writing, some people like writing, some people like video and doing videos. There's one girl I seen on YouTube last night. I can't remember her name. Homegirl was straight hood. Okay, hood. But got 20,000 followers on YouTube. 20,000 followers. Okay. I was like, okay. But she's hilarious. And she was just being herself. But she doesn't have any friends. So she utilizes YouTube as her way of an outlet, of her social connection with people. Because she doesn't have anyone there. She says she feels alone. So it was wonderful seeing that and just knowing that somebody is out there using it for good, somebody's out there actually being uplifted and using it as a creative outlet. So anyway, I don't either. You don't either what? Anita, what did you say? You say, I don't either. You don't have any friends? You don't have friends? What? I'm looking at your profile pic.
Oh, you got friends.
You got friends.
Everybody got at least one friend.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. That's how you know I have a lot of kids, right? I start singing the Toy Story thing. But
right.
I always say that. I always say at the end of my blabs, you might feel alone, but what did I say? Oh my gosh, let me think about it now. All right. So you might feel alone, but you don't have to feel alone because you have me, Jessica, y'all, and that's Jessica Advocates Wellness. That's what I do. So we have someone that's joining us. You got 2 minutes, dude. Fine.
I am fine. Thank you.
What's up, dude? Where you at? What city, country? Oh my gosh, they're speaking another language.
Oh, okay.
What is your name?
I am Hassan.
Oh,
I am Hassan.
You're Hassan. How are you?
Yeah.
Welcome, Hassan.
What country are you calling from? Or city?
I am from Morocco, city Marrakesh.
Morocco?
Oh, yes.
Morocco. Wow.
Oh, it's nighttime there, huh?
Do you like it?
That is awesome. That's pretty cool. We could broadcast all around the world.
That's
in the car.
That's amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Visit?
Do I stink or something? This fly keeps messing with me. I have to go home and take a shower. Okay. Hassan?
Did you visit Morocco?
Have I ever been to Morocco? No, I have not. Can you show me Morocco? Show me outside. Let me see outside. He said, okay.
Okay.
He looks like he's driving.
Yeah, he's driving.
He is driving. Hassan, get off of Blab and drive. All right, I kicked him off.
Oh my God.
He needs to get off of Blab and drive. Okay, it's 12
o'clock. This is the most funniest interview I've been in a long time. Just the things that's been happening. Because somebody else came up from another country, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had, you know what, it was Morocco before as well, and we had Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all over the world. Cool. Yeah, it's really cool. I like this platform. Yeah. I really like it. All right, so it's 12 noon here where I am. Might not be where you are. But I want to thank my replay viewers for watching Mama's Confidence, where I interview mamas of confidence. That's pretty much just what it is. Mothers that are out there going for their dreams and succeeding. They're doing it, and you can do it too. So join us next week on Friday. I don't know who I'm going to have because I have to email a couple other people. Keep it real. If we're going to, hey, you're going to get 100% from me all the time. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am. If I try to fake it, then it's just not going to work because I'm going to hiccup and I don't lie. That's my thing. I'm very truthful. If I forget, I'll tell you I forgot. So that's why when people see me and they go like, hey, I'm like, hey, girl, and I walk off because I don't want to tell them I don't know who the hell you are. How do I even know you? So, all right. I'm ending this. Thank you so much for Fidelia for joining. Earlier today, we also had Janell join us, and we also had Victoria, I believe her name, join us as well. I want to thank you all in the chat room for joining us as well. And Makina, thank you so much for connecting me with Fidelia. She was awesome, and I look forward to her book coming out. I will definitely cop a copy. How much is your book?
$10.
$10? Girl, you know I'm black. We like $10. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to read it. $10. I can do that.
I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
And I'm also going to promote it on wherever I can promote it. I don't know. I don't have very many followers as of yet, but it's getting there. So slowly but surely, I'll make sure I get out there and promote it. And I know it's going to be awesome, so I'm looking forward to it. Is it released as of yet?
Yes,
or when is it released? It is released. Yes. Okay. All right. So you got to hold me to it. I'm going to get on there. By the end of October, I will order it.
Okay.
So I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do it today, and then I don't do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say at the end of October, so that way I got a cushion. And I'm going to buy it, and then you need reviews on your site as well, right?
Yeah.
Reviews on Amazon
would be great,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to purchase it, and then I'm going to review it.
Thank you so much.
I will send it up there. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. We got to support each other.
Yeah.
Like I said,
thank you.
Social collaboration. That's what I do.
Thank you,
all right.
Jessica.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. Once again, see us next time on Friday. Every time I say I'm going to end this, I never end it. I always keep talking. See you guys next week on Friday, same time-ish, child willing. All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
All right. Peace and
bye.
Bye.
Wait for you to clock out, and then I'm going to save this and send it over to YouTube.